Okay, so green greetings. Thank you so much for giving me your precious time and joining us today. So today the topic of today's webinar is happiness is a choice. So let's begin our session with this wonderful quote. Life is a canvas and you are the artist. Every day is brushstroke and every moment is a chance to create a masterpiece of love, kindness and joy. So to start a new chapter of learning, I, Anvesha Gupta, the host of today's webinar, want to extend a warm greetings and good evening to everyone. I hope you all are doing good. As we know that happiness is not a destination we reach. It's a choice we make every day. Embrace the power to find joy in the simplest moments. Create your own sunshine and let positivity be your compass in the journey of life. Choose happiness and let it light your path. So, on behalf of SEMS family, I welcome you all to this international webinar on happiness is a choice. Now, I'm going to introduce our today's guest of honor, the speaker, Miss Manu Vats. Good morning, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you, Anvisha.
So, she began her career in life coaching and meditation, which might sound unexpected considering her MBA in finance and marketing. As a happiness and mindfulness meditation coach, she helped individuals and organizations too. Her mission is simple. She wants to help people to manage stress and lead a happier life. Her approach is structured and backed by research, aiming for a lasting transformation that brings out your full potential and inner peace. She focuses on mental, emotional, and spiritual well being, uncovering and releasing unhelpful patterns. She is a great inspiration for you all. So let's start. Kindly start the speech, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Anvisha. So I request everyone to please switch on their videos or, just be interactive in the session. Then only it will help you and help everyone here. And in between the session, we will also be doing a small meditation. So I request everyone to please switch on their videos if possible. Before we start the session, why we are all here?
Ma'am, to learn something new, to gain something new, something knowledgeable.
Any other person?
Ma'am, so that we can add some values to our life.
Very nice. Anybody else? People who are behind the camera, anybody? No. So just see, this is has to be a very interactive session. So if nobody is opening their camera, that's okay. I want you guys to get engaged in this conversation, though those people who are really into the conversation, it's going to help them personally also. Yeah. So just tell me one thing. Do you really want to be happy?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am. Everyone wants to be happy because the lifestyle which we are going, which we are having, and our day-to-day life and this work culture has make a very hectic. So everyone needs some peaceful time to gain some kind of happiness and to be own, just be own.
Yeah, Pratiksha, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was also telling the same thing, ma'am, that everyone wants to be happy.
So, any other one? Do we really want to be happy? Or is
Yes,
just that a
everyone wants to be
misinformation?
happy actually.
Who's that?
Everyone wants to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, everyone wants to be happy in this, stressful world.
What about you specifically?
Yeah, even me also. Because I feel happiness is the only, cure for stress. Only if we come out of, we can only come out of stress only if we are happy. So we tend to do things which make us happy, like doing some hobbies. Some of them have hobbies like reading books, singing, dancing. Those are the things which keeps them stress free and also makes them happy.
Okay. So, for example, if I give you two examples, just imagine you go for a walk and there you find that you just sat down on a bench, bench पे बैठे हुए हो, and there you find two children. Okay, just be here with me in this conversation. You find two children over there. One of them is very happy, playing there, enjoying whatever he's doing, a very small child. On the other hand, there's another child who is very cranky, who doesn't want to listen to anybody, just crying, cribbing. So now you look at both the children, okay? Now tell me where you will go, to the happy one or to the sad one?
So actually, for your question, I feel we have to concentrate more on the sad one than happy one, because the happy one already knows how to keep themselves happy even though they are sitting on a bench, whereas for a sad person he doesn't know how to come out. So that's the reason why he's not able to express it to everyone, to or to his family members or to his friends or to his dear ones. He doesn't know how to express. That's the reason why he is feeling sad. So we have to motivate the sad person more and doing the things which he wants to do, which he likes to do.
So
But
I'm
actually, in some cases the situation gets so worse that some person cannot, even if they want to forget, they are not able to forget it.
So coming back to my question, I am asking about two small child. Where you will go? To the happy one or to the sad one?
It's the same answer even for the sad, for the small child also. I usually go to the child who is sad, because
Okay.
happy one doesn't need any care. He is happy. So it
Okay.
is only the sad one whom you have to take care, so that the sad child doesn't enter into this depression mode.
Okay.
So we need to help the sad one more than the happy kid.
Okay. Others?
Ma'am, I think I have the same perspective like Lakshmi. I will also go to the sad one for that particular moment.
Okay. Yeah. Tanuja want to share. Yeah.
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I think I would go to a happy child because there are lots of things already happening in our lives as adults. So seeing that happy child will remind me of my childhood and the days when we were happy and playing. Playing and we were blissfully happy and enjoying at the particular moment. So I will prefer going to the happy child.
Okay. So now if I give you the another example, in your office, okay, you have a team of members and your boss comes to you and he gives you some task that this work has to be done within your team. Okay. So you have two kinds of people in your team. One who is extremely happy and another one is keep on complaining for every kind of work. And you have to get that work completed within the next 10 minutes. Where you will go? To the happy one or to the sad one? To the happy person who is, ready to work, or the person who is just cribbing and he doesn't want to work, always complaining.
Obviously, to the happy one, ma'am.
Okay, any other one?
Ma'am, I would like to go to the person who is not doing the work and not taking the task seriously, and will talk to him or her
I'm
what.
just come back to my question. I'm saying that if you have to just get your work done, that's all. Where you will go?
Ma'am, I will go to the person who is not doing and who is complaining. For me, it's my
Will you be able to get that work done in 10 minutes?
ma'am, for me, work will be done because I think that I am capable enough to complete that task by my own also within
My
a short
question
span
is,
of.
I am not asking you whether you will be able to do it or you will not be able to do it. My question is that where you will go? To the
Ma'am,
happy one or to the sad one?
ma'am, as a team leader, my first approach will be to go to the person for the sad one.
Okay. So the majority of the people will go to the person that who is happy and he can do work more efficiently. Right? So
Yes,
so
ma'am.
there is always a cause that is attached to the happiness. When it comes to the cause that is attached to the happiness, is that when a person who is happy will be getting the more work instead of the person who is not happy, because people will be more comfortable in working with that person. Like Pratishtha or somebody, Tanuja said that she will go to the happy child because the child will remind her of her the childhood. So even if you are happy, you will be getting the extra work to be done. So for example, if you go to your house and your family finds out that you're very happy and they say, okay, you are in a good mood, you have to do extra work, this work. So isn't that a cost of happiness, that you are happy but still you have to give that cost? You have to pay for being happy, isn't it? I think everybody whosoever is on open their camera, they're on their phones. Nobody is here in the conversation. So if you want to be here in this conversation, in this workshop, so please be here completely. So are we here?
Yes, ma'am.
So if this is a cause that is need that is there with us, if we have to pay that cost, then there comes another thing that what does happiness feel like. I want everyone to just close your eyes. Just close your eyes for a second. For 1 second. Just close your eyes. And I want you to just go back in a memory. Lakshmi, are you here? If you are here, if you want to do it seriously, please do it. Otherwise, you can leave the session, please. It is not a funny thing that is happening right now. Please. So just I want everyone to please go back to the moment when you felt extremely happy and just recall everything about that. How you were feeling, what you were feeling, all the good things, who all around were there with you. And from there, slowly open your eyes. So how was the experience? What did you felt? When you go back to that memory, how did you felt?
Ma'am, I felt that I was living the moment again.
What else?
Ma'am, I think I was in nostalgia because, going back to the times and thinking about the time when you were in a happy place. I mean, right now also I'm in a happy place, but that kind of happiness when you are maybe with friends or family and spending time in a holiday. So yeah.
Can you give one name to what you have just experienced from the past out of these or any other name? Can you give the name?
I can give the name Ismail.
Okay. Others?
Peace, joy.
So now tell me one thing that if these are, just tell me, these are the expressions of happiness or they are the happiness?
These are the
Expressions of
expressions.
happiness.
And if they are the expressions of happiness, then what is happiness?
I think that feeling of calmness or peace, that is the happiness.
So it is written here itself that this is an expression of happiness. You're saying that these are the expressions of happiness. If these are the expressions of happiness, then what is happiness exactly? Is
So happiness is within us. You cannot get it from all these things, whether you do meditation, sit with your eyes closed, you cannot get it. It's only the feeling what we get. There are people, it's not a comparison, it's just an example. So, I look at people who are in a poor section who they only have little bit of clothes whatever is necessary along with the amount of food what is necessary and they live happily, whereas people who are very rich, no, they I don't think they live happily every day because they are only craving for money, more food, more wealth. So because of this happiness is not there, it affects their health, mind, everything. so happiness is within us. We have to know how to be satisfied with what we have so that we keep happy.
thank you so much, Lakshmi. Any other person? If these are the
Like,
expressions of happiness, then what is happiness is?
like happiness is an emotion which by which we can define these expressions. Like it's come within ourselves. Like it's an emotion. Like
Emotion. If I say that happiness is an emotion, if I'm feeling joyful, is it an expression or is it happiness? Is an expression of happiness, isn't it?
yeah,
So that is not exactly the happiness. So, like Lakshmi has pointed out very correctly, that happiness is not something which is tangible. Happiness is something that is already inside you, but we are so much occupied with other things in our life that we are not able to understand that what is the true definition of happiness. So then I want to take you through the other slide, which talks about that happiness shopping. When we have money, what we do is we keep on getting, we buy car, we buy, a lot of good things, books, phone, everything that, that satisfies us. And, we get positive feeling out of them, right? But that is also an expression of happiness. That is not the true happiness, right? And then I want to know from you people that what you feel, that what they are feeling. Just tell me what they're feeling. Any
Buying something is temporary happiness. Means if you are purchasing something for you, a cloth or anything, you like it. Means it's a temporary happiness, that not a permanent happiness. Means after some time it feels like a bore.
Yeah. So Roshan, my question is that how they are feeling in this moment. What you can bring out from their faces.
Disappointed, sad.
like they're disappointed, yeah, irritated.
Yeah,
Anybody else?
frustrated.
So now coming to the next slide. Now tell me what they're doing.
They are trying to win the race.
They're running the marathon. So if you go to a gym, okay, if you go to a gym and you work out for 20 minutes and you don't, you don't feel good when you are doing the stretches, when you are doing yoga or other exercises. But once you complete that, you feel happy. You feel very satisfied. So can we say that sometimes painful experience can also be an expression of happiness?
Yes, ma'am.
So when a mother gives a birth to a child, she goes through a lot of pain. But once she delivers a child, she feels extremely happy. So can we say that she is also, and this is also an expression of happiness, that happiness can be depicted through painful experiences also.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly.
If this can be done, then we are not here to learn happiness because that is our basic nature. That is inside us. We need not to find it anywhere. And how this happens? Because, it is within us, and how it started, when a child takes a birth, what is the first thing that is being given to the child? What happens the first thing? When mother delivers a child, what is the first thing that happens?
They cut the umbilical cord from the child.
Yeah, what else?
The mother embraces the child.
Anything else? When the
I think
baby get delivered, the first thing the doctor do is declare the gender of the child. So once they declare the gender of the child, after that, our society gives us name. Then it gives us the, nationality. Then it defines other things. And then as we enter into school, we get more labels that, okay, this person is happy, this person is naughty. All these things start happening. And as soon as you enter into your college, in your work, then you get more labels. Okay, this person is very notorious. This person is not so happy. This person is very bad, like that. And tell me, is it coming directly from you or is it coming from the environment? Are you taking these labels on yourself or it is coming from the environment?
Environment.
So if the other people are giving these tags and labels to us, do you think that we will be able to feel happy?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
How do you feel when somebody says anything bad to you?
I will also feel the bad.
So if we have to live with these labels, we will never be happy because we are living in the world where we are supposed to live by our labels, not who we truly are. So in order to live as a person who you truly are, you need to just remove all these labels. Now, I want to show you this small video now. Before that, I want to ask you one thing. What do you think that about a flower? What is happiness for a flower? What do you think that what is the happiness for a flower?
Ma'am, I think for a flower that he should be stay at their own place. Like if he is on tree, then he should be stable on the tree and do not. Some people would not cut and throw them, something like that.
Abhishek, you are not in this conversation. You are out of right. You are not in this. I don't feel like that you are here. You are somewhere else. Any other one?
So actually, when a flower blooms itself,
Yeah.
so that's the time when it is very happy. So and the first time when it sees the sun after blooming.
Yeah. Anybody else? We already have such a happy person in your team, Abhishek. You need not to do any kind of workshops on happiness. You have these people already happy. I want to show you this one video, and after that, I'll be taking the sharing.
Ma'am, when pollen grains come and sit inside the stigma, like
Come again, please.
when pollen grains come and swifts away and come on the stigma of the flower, maybe that
And
time.
not technicalities, not technicalities. Yes.
Ma'am, I think when a bud converts into a flower, the process of becoming a flower is when a flower is a happy. From a small bud to becoming a beautiful flower. I think that might be happiness for it.
I want you to everybody to just be with this video right now and just see this video.
Ma'am, I think you are on mute.
I want to ask everyone, what is your takeaway from this video if you watched it?
Ma'am, I think just go with the flow.
Mm-hmm. Any other person?
I think enjoy every moment.
So
Ma'am, I think
basically, it is like don't think what will happen. Just live at the present for you to be happy. Say because the future is not in our hand, and like ripping for the past, what has been done, it is also not good time. It's just a waste of time. So just live for the present because no one knows what will happen in future.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Anybody else? Tanuja, you wanted to share?
yes, ma'am. I think trusting the process and believing in that, things will be fine and it will be good. That will be my take on this.
Yeah. So basically, if you see when the flower was blossoming, can have you seen that there were other two flowers were also blossoming? And
Yes,
they
ma'am.
were blossoming at their own timing. They were not comparing to each other. So for a lotus flower is very important to it blossom its own unique way. It doesn't compare itself with the other rose or a lotus. It blossom in its own unique way, and that's how it feels happy. That is an happiness for it. And without any labels, without any conditions. Happiness, if you really want to experience happiness, that is already inside you. And you have a choice. Either you can live with these labels and just put it over there, or you just remove these labels and feel happy. The choice is in your hand, nobody else's choice. Thank you so much. That was from my side. Yeah, over to Anvisha, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Like that was a very wonderful knowledge session. I hope our audience learned many new things from the session. I would like to highlight some points like what he said just now. What is happiness, and from where it comes, and so like it was very useful for everyone. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and knowledge. So like there are some few questions like which our audience wants to answer. Like wants you to answer. Like may I start?
Yes.
Thank you. So my first question is like how do you make the choice to be happy in challenging situations? Like what are the aspects of being happy in these situations?
So when you say that how you can make happiness is a choice, it depends on you that where and how you are living your life. Number one, what choices you are making in your life. What either you want to live in a low life state or you want to work on yourself to feel happy. Because as we say that if happiness is a choice, like somebody was sharing that we cannot feel happiness while when we are meditating through meditation we cannot feel happy, but the point is that meditation will not let you feel happy, but meditation is a process that will calm you so that you can experience happiness, you can reach towards your goal.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So the next question is like how can we help others understand that they have the power to choose happiness in their lives?
So everything come back to boils down to how we are choosing to, happiness in our life, what choices I am making. Because, until and unless I am not empowered within my own self, within my own choices, I will not be able to, encourage other person. If you are in a low life state, tell me, will you be able to, encourage the other person who is already in a low life state? Both the people
Yeah,
will sit together and complain.
of course.
So it's very important to, first work on ourselves to have a conscious choices in our life and then help others. Because from there you become an inspiration for the other person who can, they can look upon and come and share their problems and you can guide them in a correct manner.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So the last question is like, is there any difference between choosing happiness and suppressing negative emotions?
Yeah. So when we say that suppressing emotions, suppressing happiness, you said suppressing happiness, right? You're
No, I'm suppressing negative emotions,
self,
negativity.
okay, yeah, suppressing negative emotions. So basically, suppressing negative emotions means that, for example, I am feeling very anxious. I know that I'm feeling anxious, and I'm not, bringing it out. I'm not sharing my problem with anybody. I'm just keeping it hiding myself. So what will happen? It will increase. The problem will increase. But when it comes to happiness, whatever any kind of achievement that we get, we tell it to everybody. We post everything on Instagram. But when we are not happy, we are feeling negative. We don't share it to anybody because we feel that we are being judged by others.
Yeah.
We feel that we will be judged by others. If that is the center of our life, that how others will think about us, we will not be able to grow. We will not be able to feel happy no matter wherever we are. So
Yeah.
again, everything boils down to the point that how I am taking my life, how I am,
Yes.
making conscious choices in my own life, how I am taking the time for my own self.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering these questions.
Thank
Like,
you.
if anyone has some doubts, like they can please share in the chat box.
Hello, ma'am. I have one more question. Like, ma'am, what does happiness means to you personally?
For me, happiness is number one when it comes to my clients. If they are really feeling extremely happy, they are, growing in their lives, then that is the first thing that makes me really happy. And secondly, when I'm improving myself, I'm, making an extra effort, crossing my own boundaries, my own limitations. That is my happiness. Surpassing my own limitations, that is my happiness.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah,
So,
please.
can you tell how is it, connected with the spiritual life? Because I have heard people telling you meditate, you enter into spiritual life, and that would give you a lot of happiness. I just wanted to know how it is, connected with it.
You want to know that how happiness is connected with the spirituality and meditation,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
basically, happiness is so when you so if you just imagine, for example, Lakshmi, can you do this with me? Just breathe in and breathe out.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
So when you breathe in and when you breathe out for 3 times, you will feel there is a change in the rhythm of the breath. You feel more calm, you feel more relaxed.
Yeah, that is what actually happens when we sit and meditate, right?
Let me complete
Because
it
yeah, yeah,
and then you can counter it. So when we breathe, if when it comes to meditation, it calms down us. It gives us the clarity. So our mind is occupied with so many thoughts, with so many clutter that we are not able to decide that what is going to happen next. What action should I take? Okay, so how meditation works over there is it cleanse our body, not only mind, it cleanse our body. So when our body is cleansed, we are able to see the wider picture. We are able to take the right decisions in our life. We are able to take the right steps. Even if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm feeling not happy, but I have certain tools of meditation which helps me to cleanse myself, then I can see the clear picture. It's like that when you're driving a car in winters and there's a lot of fog. What do? You just first clean with the mirror in the car and then you move ahead. It is
yes,
same
yes.
like the it is same like that. Until and unless you're not clear, how can you feel happy? So first, it's very important to cleanse ourselves. So that's how happiness becomes a part of spirituality. That's how you feel happiness in a shorter way. I can tell you. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. I have got a question.
Yeah.
There are certain hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin. They are released when a man is happy.
Mm-hmm.
It is said by the doctors.
Hmm.
And a healthy man who has got a good diet, good exercise, meditation, he is more happier than those who are not doing exercise and meditation.
Okay.
So is that these hormones are released with the happy man? Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphin.
Mm-hmm.
These are the hormones released when a person is happy.
Mm-hmm. So, when
So
it's not only about men or women, it's about, again, it
yeah,
comes
yeah,
to that what practices you are choosing.
yeah, yeah. It is for all,
Yeah.
men or women. It's not a, criteria.
Yeah, so it's about, in order to release those hormones, we
Yeah.
are not able to do that because we are not making the conscious choices, even if it comes to, being happy or feeling negative. So when we choose consciously what we want to do, then
Yeah.
only we will be able to release these hormones, and that is coming back to that's
Yes,
how
yes.
cleansing our body first is very important. Cleansing our system is very important in order to let these emotions, let these hormones happen naturally without making an effort.
Yes, yes. Of course. That's true. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much. Any other?
Ma'am, can I ask one more question?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Ma'am, is happiness means like being selfish or ignoring others?
See, there is no definition of being happy or you are feeling selfish or you are not selfish. The most important thing is that what is making you happy, how you are feeling. It's not about others. It's about you. It's about you, how you are feeling. And when you say that it's about others, feeling others, that being selfish is being happy, it is not like that. How you are reacting in particular situation, that matters the most. So when we say that being selfish, again it come back to that, how you are reacting to the situation. If you are enough, you have that much of awareness, then you will not be selfish. You will be very much particular in your voice tone, in the voice modulation, and what to say at what point of time. Even the person will think that you are being selfish, but you will not be selfish.
Okay, so thank you, ma'am.
So, ma'am, do you have any personal success plan so that you can be happy?
See, I take personalized sessions. You can come over there. I will take you through the program.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
How
you.
do you choose a role model, and like who is your role model so that you are motivated by them to keep you happy?
So for if it comes to being the who motivates me, the only person who motivates me is my guru, my mentor, and nobody is beyond that in my life. So he is the one who encourages me. He is the one who makes things possible for me, and that's he is an inspiration. He is my role model, and he is my everything. Whatever I am today, either it's a life coach, happiness coach, mindfulness coach, everything goes to him.
So, ma'am, can we know his name? Like, it would be honor to us.
His name is Mr. Karan Behl.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Nice answer.
Thank you so much.
Like, any further questions to anyone? So, if not, then let's move further. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for answering. Again, thank you, all of you, for attending today's webinar. And if you have any additional queries, then you can contact us by email address or telephone. We will be very happy to provide additional support to you. So please follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel for new learning.